Welcome to the Linking Slinkies podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought we were pretty funny in high school and need an excuse to catch up now that we're old dads with busy schedules.
We catch up every week to discuss the good old days, as well as what is going on nowadays in our lives. Things often get off track from the intro, just like this one.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday, 8 a.m. And remember, never try to fix your mate's Slinky.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I hope this isn't copyrighted music. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, mate, for yesterday.
Thanks, mate. Well, no hip hips?
Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
I saw a good thing on TikTok, because we love TikTok now.
Yeah.
People are confused about how we automatically know who does the hip hip.
Yeah.
Like very rarely in a room when someone sings happy birthday do multiple people do the hip hip. Like it's always, I think it's how you assert dominance, like the alpha does the hip hip. And everyone just looks at it.
The person that thinks they're the alpha in the room does the hip hip.
Yeah.
Are you a hip hip guy?
No, I'm not even a happy birthday guy.
Oh.
I'm not even. I hate cheers. I hate high fives. I hate people singing happy birthday. Like, why? Why?
Do you just not like the attention?
Oh, I don't know what I hate about it. It's just cringy.
Yeah.
Like you're out for dinner somewhere, next minute the table starts singing happy birthday, and then everyone sings in to see who can sing the loudest. It's like, why? Speech. Oh, why?
Thanks for everyone that travelled. Thanks. I'm glad I survived another year with this one. And then you point at the missus.
Yeah, it's just... at birth, we just must get all these scripts of things to say at certain situations. And if we go off script, we get in trouble. It's like a telemarketer, It's like, don't go off script.
That's how I feel about weddings, because I've been to quite a few weddings and I've been an MC and stuff. And the amount of people that say the same stuff over and over again, it's just so cliche. So whenever I'm at a wedding where it goes a bit offhand or a bit crazy, I love it. I love that. Yeah. But if you're listening to this and you're about to do a speech at a wedding, don't get up there and say, thank you for everyone that travelled, or thanks for Arnie, Jenny, she couldn't make it, blah, blah, blah. I met this guy when we were in high school. Bit of a silly guy, isn't he? Like... Yeah, okay. Like, you've really got to hit it out of the park. It's hard, but anyway, don't follow the script.
Don't follow the script of life.
That's it. So you're big, script. What, 3-0, mate? 32, 37? I don't even know how old you are.
29, but reports are in that I look 40, but anyway.
You do look about 40.
Yeah, it's the beard.
It's the beard. It's
the beard. So after that comment, I started moisturising my face twice a day just to see if that does anything different. I don't know. What do you reckon?
I don't know. When did you start?
3 days ago.
Oh yeah, you're a new man.
Looks good.
You're at least you look at least 27, mate.
Yeah. What happens if I do another 3 days? I think there was even a day where I forgot to do it as well. I'm like, this new habit. I've even put the moisturiser next to the toothbrush so I remember.
No, I'm all for moisturising. If you're listening and you're a man and you're too much of a man to moisturise, no, you're going to get old and wrinkly and have crappy skin. Because, I guess, I don't know, do chicks like touching your skin and going, oh, he's a tough guy, that one, he must have been mowing the lawn? Or do they want soft skin where it's like, oh, he must hire a guy called Gaz to do his lawn? Like, what do you want? I like soft skin, so I moisturise. There, you heard it first. I'm proud to moisturise too, mate.
Yeah. So if you're a woman, would you be into sandpaper skin or silky smooth skin in your partner?
I don't know. Probably if I was married to them, I'd want soft because you're touching that all the time. They're touching your labia, that sort of thing. But if you were out on a one-night stand and you were like, oh, I want a rough guy, you'd probably want the sandpaper in your bumhole sort of thing. I don't know. What would you want?
I don't know. I just thought maybe I am looking old. Maybe I should maybe if I moisturize my face, I won't look as old.
I think moisturising will help, but also a lot of women say that sun damage as well. Tanning. If you're tanning a lot on your face, it makes you look older. Sun damaged.
Yeah. No, I just I wake up and I'm sunburnt already, and I haven't even gone outside. Like that's how bad my skin is.
The sun comes in the crack of the window, and you're automatically burnt.
I have to get up at 4 a.m. and put sunscreen on now, just before the sun comes up. Go back to bed for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But no, I got told I got to wear sunscreen all the time because the sun ages you.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're basically a Jessica Simpson ad now.
Yeah, that's the health and beauty podcast.
Are we using Proactive?
It was your birthday yesterday. Did you actually do anything during the week?
Yeah, no, can't go anywhere, can't do anything. So, I just worked. It was just another day. I played a bit. Then we had a blackout. So just as I was about a couple of minutes off finishing off work, I was just finishing this last thing, and just as I was about to finish the sentence, our whole, I guess this part of town, everything went out, and I had dinner on the way for takeaway. I was about to have a shower, and I was about to just put my feet up and play some NBA, and power went out. So just sat in the candles whilst trying to give Cora a bath as well. Which was, kids are needy in blackouts. Like, if it was just me, I'd just chill on my phone until it comes back on. But they're like, no, I need hot water for my milk. I need hot water for a shower. I need hot water just 'cause.
My kids love blackouts now because the last time we had a blackout, we went and got takeaway. So they associate blackouts with, we get takeaway because we couldn't cook. They're like, they said to me, I hope we have another blackout so we can get fish and chips. I'm like, we can get fish and chips other time. Am I depriving you that much? I'm sorry, darling.
I'm going to teach Lainey how to cut the power, so she just walks out.
Yeah.
Power's off. Fish and chips.
Another blackout.
See how long it takes you to switch on that maybe she's just turning the power off. Why does this happen every Friday?
Yeah, Friday. No, but we haven't had a blackout in a while. But that sucks, mate. You didn't do anything. Because you're still in lockdown, right? Still in lockdown?
Yeah.
Any idea when you're getting out of lockdown?
No, I reckon it'll be like October or something. I reckon it'll be when it sounds like it's going to wait till everyone's vaccinated, I guess.
Wow.
But no, that's okay. That's okay. We'll be out of here one day, and I'll get on the fruit beers, and I'll go on the camping trip. It'll be fine. It'll be good.
No. Yeah, I can't wait for it. Who would have thought this whole thing would have happened? All I miss is just meeting up with my mates and having fruit beers.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel sorry for anyone that's died recently. Like, imagine just your last couple of years is just stuck in captivity. Yeah.
Or kids growing up. Well, we've seen it, mate. I had a kid during 2020. It sucked, man. Like, it really did. Because, we actually had our daughter in 2020 towards the end, where I was only allowed in the hospital at very certain times. It was very closed off, masks, the whole deal the whole time. And my other two girls couldn't actually even come into the hospital. So they couldn't even see their sister being born. Not that they would have been in the room, but they couldn't visit her for the 3 days, whatever it was, she was at the hospital. They couldn't even see her. So, it sucks a lot.
Yeah, definitely tough. But anyway, let's
here we are for the saddest podcast in the world. Are you in lockdown? Do you have bad memories in your head that you're trying to get away? Have some fruit beers and forget about those bad memories.
It's our sponsor. Do you reckon we can get Vodka Cruises as a sponsor? Well, we talk about them enough.
If we had Vodka Cruises as a sponsor, I would need my AA sponsor. I would just go insane.
Let's reach out to them on the Instagrams. We'll tag them in this. We'll tag them in the podcast until they just sponsor us. Like, don't even just give us $1. As long as we can say we got Vodka Cruiser as a sponsor.
Just give us a 4-pack every week. Pineapple, please.
I love those. I love those online forums where this lady made the mistake of signing off with her name on the Instagram page. So now everyone just hits the Instagram page up going, when are you going to make 700 ml cruises?
Kate.
Kate,
For everyone listening, we're talking about blokes and their fruit beers. So fruit beer is a vodka cruiser generally, but the people do post other fruit beers, but it's mainly vodka cruisers. And when you message the vodka cruiser page, it replies with a person, their social media expert, but like from Kate. I'm pretty sure it's Kate. So
Yeah,
everyone started smashing them about long neck cruisers, 750 mil cruisers. And like they were just memeing her until eventually like she just stopped replying to people. I feel pretty bad for her. Because some people were a bit of dicks. Most people were pretty good, but then it got a bit much. But there was so much outcry for 750 mil or long neck cruisers, but they didn't bring them out. Like how hard can it be? You don't have to make a new glass bottle. You're not in glass manufacturing. Just change the dial that squirts out instead of 250, whatever 300 mil cruiser to double it. How hard is it? Just get some glass bottles. How expensive can they be? They would have sold out instantly. Well, they probably still will, and then you could sell like a 3-pack of long necks. Could easy do that.
Yeah, 100%.
So when they're our sponsor, I'm going to make it happen, guys. You heard it here first. Thinking Slinkies fruit beers. We should just make our own fruit beers. That's all we talk about. So I realized I was spending so much on fruit beers because you pay a lot for fruit beers. They are good and worth it. But then you just sort of realize it's like, well, if you buy a bottle of vodka and put some cordial in there. Sure, it doesn't taste quite the same, but it's pretty close, right?
Mate, it's exactly the same. But it's more the bottle and the options and the flavors and the experience. Like, no one's going to pick on you if you just go to your kitchen and just pour cordial into vodka. It's more the experience of going to the bottle-o and them laughing at you, and then all your friends laughing at you, and then you celebrating with amazing stories because you're happy and drunk.
It's like those generic brands versus the actual brands, right? So what I don't get is generic medication. You know, when you go into the pharmacy, the chemist, and they're like, oh, is generic okay, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Who doesn't say they want generic? Do you say you don't want generic medication?
I just say whatever. Yeah.
And then they put it down. There's Panadol, right? So if you go to the pharmacy and ask for paracetamol, the generic brand, it's like $2 and they hand you a bucket of pills. If you ask for a packet of Panadol, they'll give you like 7 and it'll be $5.
Yeah.
Why would you buy normal brand Panadol or ibuprofen? Nurofen is 10 times the price. It's the same ingredients. If you're listening and you're still buying Panadol brand, just ask for paracetamol. It's the same thing, the exact same ingredients. The only difference is the pretty package on the front.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. And wait until you have to start. Has your daughter Cora had Panadol yet or Nurofen?
I think once after her needles.
Yes. So you realize how expensive that is as well. It's so expensive.
Here we go. It's hacks with Al. Price hacks with Al. You like those people in America that fight over coupons?
Yeah, coupon wars. I wish we had that. Join Honey today to use coupon code Linking Slinkies at checkout.
Mate, it's been a big week. So I've been smashing the ASMR this week.
Have you?
Yeah, it just relaxes me.
I love ASMR. I realize we talk a fair bit about ASMR sometimes, but still not everyone knows what ASMR is. I forget what it stands for. Audio selective menstruation recycle. I don't know what it stands for. But basically in ASMR, it's as if they would crank their microphone up or really close to anything. They can be breathing. They can be talking. It could be somebody playing with a can. It could be anything. And because you're a fan of ASMR, right?
Yeah, so it stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And basically
Did you know that, did you, mate?
Yeah, off the top of my head, mate. I'm a big fan. But it's when like certain things, it's a response that your body gets as like a tingle, like you've ever been, I don't know. I remember when I was really, really young, the lady at Grace Brothers. Remember Grace Brothers? Good chips and gravy. But there was this lady in the makeup aisle and we had to keep going there because Mum needed some stuff, and she just had this voice that every time would just put me to sleep as soon as she started talking.
She a nice old lady, or
nice old lady.
Just what'd she look like? I want to imagine this.
I don't know. She was probably 50. Short hair, and was just really, really soft spoken. So and because we went there every week to get this special stuff, you just got to know them. So it'd be like talking for like a minute, and then the next minute, we're talking for half an hour. I'd just lay on the floor in Grace Brothers and go to sleep.
So that's where you love. So when you listen to ASMR, you listen to like people talking.
Oh, it could
or
be
do you
anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Wow, this is fascinating.
Anything.
A couple of times I've tried different things, but it sort of feels it's either hit or miss for me. It either sounds like nails on the chalkboard or finger in the bum hole. It's either really bad or really good. There's
Which
no
is
in
which?
between for. Well, they're both fantastic, right? I think you can guess. We need to make our own linking Slinkies ASMR. We'll just get a Slinky and go back and forth. Do you have any Slinkies?
No, mate, I've never. It'd be nice if you got me a Slinky.
No,
Where's my birthday Slinky?
Oh, yeah. So everyone listening, I think we mentioned it before, but I get you a Slinky every birthday or Christmas, but not this year, mate.
Not this year. This was in your thoughts. I really needed a Slinky too.
A virtual Slinky, mate. But we need to make linking Slinkies.
Linking Slinky, that's a good idea. Branded Slinkies.
And they'll just say, "Hey, Brandon," and linking Slinkies on there.
Remember that down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't listen to it all the time. It's just if I'm struggling to sleep or something, I'll listen to it. But again, it's hit and miss. There's some that just keep you awake because they're so cringy, and then there's some that just hit the nail on the head.
Look, I'm a fan of guided meditation. I've used that a fair few times, especially to fall asleep and calm down, sort of thing, where they're like, you need to relax, you're at a waterfall and there's water going in the background and stuff. That's nice. But I guess when you imagine, if you get someone with an accent or a lisp or something, it's not cut out for it. But I swear there's ASMRs that are just like cutting through paper and they're like,
there's some
writing with a pencil. Okay, all right.
Some really funny ones though, like overseas where people are living in apartments and stuff, and like overseas people are like, especially in Europe, everyone's like on top of each other. So she'll be trying to do, or he or she'll be trying to do an ASMR video, and you'll just hear people in the apartment next door having a party.
Oh, really?
Or you'll hear them like walking upstairs or something, or opening and closing doors, and it's just all right.
Stuff that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah. And they're just filming it on a phone or something, or they have really, really good setup but not a good area. But some people make a lot of money. Like there's a few people on there that make a lot of money, and they've got like mics everywhere and mics that actually have ears on them. I don't know what the point of that is. Maybe they to replicate it. I don't know, but there's people that have some shit hot setups.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you're hearing sounds that are like in your neighbors. That's awesome. Because we used to have a neighbor, because we used to live in like a townhouse, and our neighbors were through the paper thin walls. And this guy, he was married, but he had a lot of female friends come over, and they seemed very pleased when they come to meet him once a week. And so we could hear him through those walls. So we got our new internet set up there. You know how you get to pick your Wi-Fi name? Our Wi-Fi name was "We Can Hear You Having Sex." Just straight up Wi-Fi name, "We Can Hear You Having Sex," sort of thing. We didn't actually hear him after that. And then later on, I forgot I changed it to "We Can Hear You Having Sex." And we had a broker come over with his laptop to like try and get us a mortgage and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, can I just use your Wi-Fi?" And we're like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, which one is it?" And they were like, "The top one." And he just looks at it. We're like, "Well, it's for our neighbors." And he just started laughing.
That's brilliant.
I love a good funny Wi-Fi name. Like our one at the moment is LAN Down Under,
Yeah.
LAN, Local Area Network, LAN Down Under. Shout out to our favourite song as a kid in primary school, mate.
Chuck some audio in there so we can celebrate.
Yeah. I really wish we had video of that play we did in year 5.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, it must have been
Land
year
Down Under.
5. So Howie and
year
I,
6. It was year 6.
year 6. So Howie and I did a play where we lip synced to the land. What's the song called? Land Down Under.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's called Land Down
Men
Under.
Men at Work.
Men at Work.
Yeah.
Men at Work. Land Down Under. And the classic line, do you have a Vegemite sandwich? And how
we got slapped with a sandwich. Yeah.
A Vegemite sandwich.
And that stuff stung because then we had to sit backstage and do other stuff. And then by the time we got to the bathrooms to wash it off, this stuff was dried and crusty and it was burning my skin to get it off. So don't chuck Vegemite on your face and leave it there.
That's great. See, we were performers back then. You were all in, mate. You were all in for the craft. Such a performer back then. And that line is halfway through the song too. And like the rest of the song, we were just dancing, like back and forth. And then, do you have a Vegemite sandwich? And then slap it on your face, and then just go back to our sort of normal dance.
Back to the rest of the song. We got
no
into
other
the
visual
moment.
gag. Yeah. Just that one bit.
I think it was, hey, do you want to sing a song? Yeah, which song do you want to sing? Because it was for the drought or something. It was drought relief concert or something we did.
Yeah.
So we're just like, Land Down Under sounds pretty good. Yeah, so we did that. That was good.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Good fun. I wish we had a video of that.
Do we have a sponsor this week?
We do have a sponsor, mate. The sponsors just don't stop. I'm so proud of our sponsors. Thank you so much. Make sure you Google them, check them out, support them, go there, live it, love it. And thank you so much. Check out our new sponsor this week.
I can't open the jar. If only there was a service that could get it open.
Are you having issues opening your jars at home? Are your wrists just not like they were when you were younger? Do you constantly starve to death as you can't open your jars? Well, we have a patent pending product just for you. Here at One Man, One Jar, we offer a full variety of jar opening services. We can come to your house and assist with all your jar needs. Capable of handling up to 1 jar at one time, we can make light work of any jar. Pickle jars, sauerkraut jars, even jar. We do them all. But act fast, as One Man, One Jar probably won't be around forever at the rate he is going. So Google One Man, One Jar today, or check out onemanOnejar.org for an instructional video of how we handle our jars. So Howie.
Yep.
I work in IT, right? I've done loads of different jobs in IT. I've done basic programming. I've done network administration. I've done consulting stuff, that sort of stuff, system coordination. But my favorite is IT support because I get to support my local people. Now, IT support, everyone has their own IT support. You either think of them as heroes. Well, I don't know who thinks of them as heroes, or you just have this horrible stories of basic IT support. And the reason it happens is because there's different levels in IT support. You start off as level 1, 2, and then you can go up, etc. And the level 2 and beyond IT support are people that have actually studied IT, they've been in it a while, they've gone through the ranks and they know it. Level 1 IT support is just... could be the person that's just finished high school and they've got their script to read. Hello, have you rebooted your PC? Yes. Oh, okay. Have you done this, A, B, or C? And then you get trapped with that level 1 support that doesn't understand them. So you actually had some dealings with level 1 IT support this week, didn't you, mate?
Big Bobby. Big bad
Big
Bobby.
Bobby. So
Big
what happened?
bad Bobby.
You didn't tell me this whole story.
So for the business, we're setting up
Yeah.
this education portal, and it's pretty shit
Right.
hot, right? And I was making a video of how to show people how to, get onto the portal and what to do. Through the portal, through this video, it just started throwing random errors at me.
Okay.
So I stopped the video and tried to fix it. I went online to their forums, because everything's on this self-help thing now. Like a lot of this has gone self-help because people want to get responded to straight away.
Yeah.
So I went and did all that, and it was still no good. So I reached out to
hold on.
support.
Were those steps as basic as, have you tried rebooting? Have you tried incognito mode? That sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff.
90% of people nowadays, before they go to IT, they know that you need to reboot. You might try another browser. You'll reboot your modem. Pretty basic stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I tried other browsers. I tried incognito. I tried turning off and on. I tried deleting the test account and re-adding the test account, just made me think it was a one-off.
Yeah.
So I went back to Big Bad Bobby. No, I went to Big Bad Bobby and said, hey, I'm having this issue. And he come back to me and said, hey, have you tried? He sent me the articles of the stuff I just read. I'm like, yeah, Big Bad Bobby, I've tried that. That's why I'm here. Because it told me to try that first. And he said, okay, it could probably be a Google issue. Try incognito. Yep, Big Bad Bobby, I've tried that because that's also what you told me to do. Yeah. And then he said something about, have you tried this? And I'm like, yes, Big Bad Bobby, I've also tried that because that was also in the articles that you gave me.
Yeah.
And then he just went back to step one. So by this stage, I'm like, okay, he's got to go through all the basics, because I'm pretty clever with this stuff. Someone else might not be.
That's right.
So I was cool. I understood. And then I got this email back. And because they're in America, I have to wait 24 hours. So I'm trying to get work done. I come to this issue. I then have to wait 24 hours before I can do anything else. So I wake up every morning. I got an email from Big Bad Bobby and I'm stoked. Yeah. Anyway, he got me offside because he just went back to step one. He's like, a few emails ago, I asked you to do this. Yes, Big Bad Bobby. As per, this is how angry I was. I don't like using as per because I'm pretty polite, but I'm like, this guy's pissed me off. Yeah. As per, I've already tried that. And he goes, yes, it seems that you don't have access to this thing. And again, I've gone back saying, yes, Big Bad Bobby. Yes. That's why I'm emailing you. Because I don't have access to this thing. He's like, well, you got to have access to this first before you can. So the issue was I had to get access to this thing before the app would be allowed to be accessed. So you got to you have access to the online thing, and then you've got to do this authorization thing before you get access to the app. So, which is dumb. But anyway, so I was trying to do the authorization thing, and that wouldn't allow me to do it. It kept saying that something was wrong, but I'm already logged in, so it can't be that because I'm already logged in. And he just said, yeah, well, you're going to need this before you get access to the app. I'm like, I know, Bobby. That's if you look at the title of the ticket is, I don't have access to this thing. Well, can you help me get access to this? And then he went back to step one. And I'm like, I just made a new test account and it worked seamlessly. And I made a video on that. So I just put my sword down because I had enough of Big Bad Bobby. Yeah. Big Bad and then he just comes back to me saying, oh, it looks like this has been resolved. Oh, nope. That's it. Nope. You didn't do anything, Bobby.
So the other trick is in IT, when you find so everything sort of gets logged in a call logging system or a ticket system, whatever. This happens a lot with me because even though I work in IT, currently we have outsourced IT. Our main IT system is outsourced overseas, of course, because, Australia needs to save 3 cents, whatever, and not pay tax. Anyway, shout out to my employer. Anyway, so they'll reply. So I'll log something that gets no reply for months. Like, it's not a big deal, but it needs to be done. Some enhancement for our website or whatever. And they'll reply in 3 months and go, oh, hello, is this still an issue? Yes, you haven't done anything but reply 3 months later. it's still an issue. Then they reply with, oh, no worries, we'll get someone onto that. Then they start the KPI, their key performance indicator, which says they need to fix it in a certain amount of time after that. And they all, often people use waiting for customer or waiting for client or waiting whatever. They call it in their own system. So I'm giving you the insider tips into how to deal with IT. They often put it as waiting for information. They put it back on you so that if they attempt to call you, they'll have attempted to call customer, awaiting for customer. So it's on you. It's not their problem because their KPI ticker isn't going. It's your problem. So anyway, I love IT support. Thank you so much.
And that's the thing, right? Like with everything, there's two sides to every story. So, Bobby's probably sitting in America going, oh, this dickhead. Just right, as per in the email, like I'm trying to help him. Like, it's your fault. It's his browser's messed up. And I'm here on a very internationally respected podcast talking about Big Bad Bobby. So there's just like, he's probably going, oh, this idiot. Wait. That's me.
Shout out to Big Bad Bobby. Big Bad Bobby.
Big Bad Bobby. BBB.
Hit us up with your best IT support story as well. I'd love to hear some IT support stories as well.
Yeah, I love an IT support story.
Last week's episode, mate, or actually, I beat you last week in the quiz. It was the week before. Harry Potter and the Linking Slinkies. One of my favourite episodes so far. I believe I must have been talking about some motivational quotes.
Yeah.
And how I hate motivational quotes. And they're stupid and dumb and hold in there, kitten. There's one. I just made one. But we found out you're the god of inspirational quotes, apparently. But we actually had some listener write in. So
we did.
Did you want to read them out?
Yeah. So we had a long-time listener write in. His inspirational motivational quotes.
Hit me.
Plagiarism saves time.
It's true though. It's joking.
Why reinvent the wheel?
Yeah.
The beating will continue until morale improves.
That's good. I need to run that around our mate.
And succeed in spite of management.
Nice. I like that. That's very good.
I can see him putting it on a tile.
Yeah. Did he come up with those?
It sounds like something he would come up with, but I just see going to his house, in his lounge room, everything's nice and neat, and then there's these frames on the wall. People have inspirational quotes on the wall or in the kitchen. Yeah, live, laugh, love. And it's just succeed in spite of management. The beating
plagiarism saves time. Shout out to
We
Coleman.
love when people write in.
Yeah, thanks, Coleman. That was really good. See
Yeah.
if you can top that. Also, Howie. So, while we're talking about old episodes, I was talking about how I hate apps, right? I've got a million different apps, and you suggested, why don't you just buy all the same light bulb brands? Well, I did, mate, all right? I did. So I went out and I got all the same stupid light bulbs, so they all connect to my Google Assistant, right? So I put these light bulbs in, and you have to set them up, and it asks, what room they're in. So I put, the kids. So I just put it as the kids' room. Didn't think of anything of it. Later on that night, I was like, I wonder what we can do if I can turn it on and off with the Google Assistant. I'm like, watch this. This is going to be fancy. Gather around, children. Watch this impressive man talk to robot and command him at his will. So I say, okay, Google, turn on the kids. And it didn't click the first time. And then I'm like, what? Turn on the kids. How do you turn on the kids? And I realized that I'm yelling into my Google machine how to turn on kids. And I'm like, this probably doesn't sound that good. I'm like, how to turn on kids. Children, turn on kids. How do I turn on my kids? Turn on my kids. I'm just screaming at my Google. Imagine if it's like connecting to deep web, how to turn on children.
Good thing you went in the apartment still. Then he changed his Wi-Fi to
Stop turning on your kids. Can hear you turning on your kids.
Whatever happened to writing letters to people? Now we just send,
Change
and
your
then we just make
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi names if you want to message someone.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. See, I'm glad that you did do that though. I feel I get in
Yeah.
trouble for this all the time. Is people complain to me and I give logical solutions that they don't like, and then they end up doing it and it makes their life better. So maybe I apologize that I didn't just let you whinge, but I feel that
Yeah, I didn't
this
feel
is
like
probably
you're
a
on my
good
side
thing.
there. Now,
how do you feel now?
Instead of the 4 light bulb apps, I've just got the 1 now.
Yeah.
So thanks, mate. You've cut down on my 20 apps to 16.
Yeah, but then did you have like a Google Assistant, a Siri, and an Alexa as well? Alexa,
No.
turn on
turn on
main
the
bedroom light. Oh wait, that's Google. Alexa, turn on kids. Google. It's like having 3 remotes for the one TV.
It's like having 3 wives, really.
Brilliant.
Got to
I
turn
love
all
that.
3 on at the same time. There you go. So please, don't call your light bulbs the kids, because you'll be turning on or turn off the kids. Turn off the kids. Yeah.
Neighbours are probably applauding.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn them off. What could be a worse name for your lights? Like what?
A worse name?
Yeah. What could be worse than that?
Well, actually, you know the Starlight. So how we brought this awesome Starlight from Kmart that projects these cool looking stars and laser lights onto your roof. I was like, oh, that's cool. Where'd you get it from? Kmart and stuff. And I went out and brought it, and I call that bum hole. So that connects with, I haven't asked Google to turn on my bum hole yet because I couldn't think of a name. I actually called it bum hole. And yeah.
If there was ever a time where people were afraid of AI listening to you, like now it should be that time.
I wish I had a smart microwave, mate.
Smart microwave. Yeah, that's another thing. Just quickly on that topic is, why do we want to turn lights on before we get into the room? Like, what's wrong with the switch on the way in? Like, it's not
smart.
It's like I want them just because it's like it's gimmick. It's a gimmick. Like, I'd love to say, hey, turn on the lights in the laundry before I get into the laundry, but the light switch is on the way to the laundry.
Maybe it's more so for turning off. Like if you forget the laundry light, you can just say, I'll turn off the laundry light. But I guess. Or you can also set timers. So on the kids' lights, we can set the timer to go off, like if they need... Okay. Or you can dim it as well. But yeah, I agree. Why would you need it on before you get in? I've turned into that old dad that's like, turn the bloody lights off, kids. Bloody, or shut the door. We're not living in a bloody tent.
You owe me $7.
Yes. I've for real turned into that dad where it's like, because I said it before, I got that really large electricity bill. Now I'm really paranoid about electricity. I'm like, I'm running like 3 laptops. How much is this costing me? That must be like $5 a day. All right. If the kids are on their laptop, that must be like $2 a day. All right. Oh my God. And like, I'm going through my head. And then I'm like the same with food, because you buy a big packet of food. I'm like, oh, that packet of chips is cheap. But then it's like, oh, well, 1 packet of chips is 50 cents and the girls eat 3 packets a day. That's like $1.50. Oh my God. Like, I'm getting to that point where I'm that old dad. You just got to not think of it like that.
So it's how you know you're a dad, when you start realizing that things cost money and doing random math.
Yeah.
Like it's just everything's now a math equation, and you're like, oh, it turns out I did need math at school. But
when I was a kid, I didn't care how much fruit cost. Now I'm like, I just brought a packet of bananas and they're all brown. Like you just turn around and they turn brown and you're like, what the fuck?
It's the same as salad mix. I get salad mix and then and 2 days later, like it's still in date and it's gone brown and slimy.
And mushy. Yeah, I hate it when it does that. Or an avocado.
Salad's Russian roulette at the moment. You never know when you get shot in the face. Just then there's days where it's like 5 days over and it still looks fresh. You're like, I can't pick this. So, buying salad, I feel like by the time I get to the car, I want to eat it because I don't know how much longer I'm going to have with it.
Yeah, yep. Or the avocado, it's like green and hard, green and hard, green and hard. And then the next day you check and it's like charcoal black and half melted. And you're like, what the fuck? I was planning to eat that today. Bloody. See, this is Dad Pod. We need to start a Dad Pod.
Dad pod. This is a very depressing episode.
Yeah, it has been. Anyway, mate, I was looking at those light bulbs, and because on the site that I got them from, you can also get a smart kettle as well.
Yeah.
Like a kettle that connects to your Google Assistant, so you can say, "Turn on the jug, please. I want a cuppa." But what if there's no water in it? Like, what if you forgot to refill it, or you say it like 20 times in a row? Can it check that there's water in there?
Yeah.
But I really want, yeah. How does that
sink,
work?
put water in kettle.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, waiting for the what is it? The Tesla robot. But I want a smart microwave so I can. When it beeps, our stupid microwave just keeps beeping and annoys the shit out of me. And I wish I could just click on an app and be like, turn off the stupid microwave. But it also reminds me, because our microwave as well only goes up in 30 seconds. So this is what gets me. So when the inventor of 2-minute noodles, right, was like, oh, I'm going to make some instant noodles that are going to take 2 minutes to cook, right? Did he come up with the 2 minutes before, or did he come up with the noodles? Because I guarantee there is no way in hell that they take exactly 2 minutes to cook. I bet you it's like 1:57 or 2 minutes and 5 seconds. There's no way they timed that exactly to be 2 minutes. So now every time I get in my head that I'm cooking something that says 2 minutes, I have to 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Well, it takes a second for the microwave to start up, right? You press start on that microwave, that timer goes down, that microwave is not on full power. You try it, you check it. Anyway, and then it goes down. So I'm like, all right, so maybe I'll give it another second to fully warm up. But there's no way that inventor 2-minute noodles takes two minutes, right?
Yeah, look, I think they rounded it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've thought about this, haven't you?
It's a conspiracy, I tell you.
You know you can cook them on the stove, right? They just take 15 minutes.
Oh, who the fuck cooks 2-minute noodles on the stove, mate? What are you, grandma? Who cooks anything on the stove? It's all in the microwave.
You know what I love about microwaves? Like computers, there's computers like not everyone gets. Like our age group just knows that, 3 dots or 3 lines means, more options. We just know that if we see that, we click that, it's more options.
Yeah.
Or if we see like a tablet, we know that swipe will get you the next screen, right?
Yeah.
But older generations don't necessarily get that. Just like, putting up a fence, they would just know how to put up a fence or know what a certain tree is and something, and I wouldn't know what it is without Google. So we have this
different
thing.
Types of trees.
Yeah, it's not just one tree. Okay. But different generations, like we have this stuff we don't know. But one thing we agree on as every generation is how to use a microwave. Every time you go up and use a microwave, not one person pauses.
Yeah.
Everyone just goes beep, 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 like the confidence that you just walk up and you just know how the microwave works. I've never had anyone ask me how a microwave works. I just go up, beep, 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 done. It's
Although
universal. Some
of them, like you can press the start-stop button, but we once had a bad microwave at work that you had to type the amount in before you press start-stop. But some microwaves you can just press start-stop and it does 30 seconds. So people just like bang that button a few times. And that got a few people at my work, but they didn't log a level 1 IT support ticket for the microwave.
With LG. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I'm just trying to turn it on.
Yeah. Imagine the support ticket for that. Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah.
Have you tried reading the manual? Who reads a manual?
Who reads the manual? Why does it come with a manual? And why is the manual so long?
Yeah. Well, it has to do 43 different languages, I guess. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, telling me the maintenance on the microwave? If it breaks, I'm buying a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I ain't pulling this apart.
Yeah. Who does that?
But yeah, do you hear we got Monopoly?
What?
We have a Monopoly.
A Tamworth Monopoly.
A Tamworth
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Oh my god! Now, that's so good. So, how could you do that? Because in Monopoly, right, there's those 3 houses that are worth the most, right, on that special street or whatever it is. And then you've got on the opposite end of the board, the poorest ones. Have you seen this Tamworth Monopoly yet?
No, I haven't seen it. I just heard about it.
If Coaldale isn't on this Monopoly board, I'll be impressed. But what is the most rich, what's the rich place in Tamworth called again? The Grange? Is it?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's not really anymore, but
It
yeah,
used
let's go with that.
Well, when we were kids, it was always
Yeah, it used to be. Yeah.
Oh, you know someone from the Grange? La-di-da. Is the Grange going to be on the Monopoly? Did like the committee of the Grange get to the people organising Tamworth Monopoly? Like who picks what's the poor streets and what's the most expensive streets? And is the go to jail card go to Balimble or something? Oh wait, that's Banksia.
That's not a
Sorry, Banksia, not Balimble. Sorry, Balimble.
You've been naughty. Go to school.
I meant the mental one, Banksia.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're not editing that out. That's staying in there.
Damn it.
I'm seeing if I can find anything about it.
Yeah, find some
Like,
pictures.
what's-
Tamworth Monopoly. That's insane.
Yeah. Does Brisbane have Monopoly, mate? Does Beenleigh have Monopoly? Here we go.
No.
We've got our mayor holding it up. $1 million apartments in Tamworth. I don't think that's true.
$1 million apartments.
Yeah, apartments. I don't think that's true. No, it's not giving me. It's not giving me enough.
Yeah, I want to see a
not showing me
picture
the
of
board.
Tamworth Monopoly. That'd be so good.
Yeah.
I'm so gonna get that. Just for it's probably like $100. Is it? I wonder if it's like a legit Monopoly release or it's like the country music festival have just put it, made 50 copies in the backyard.
So we did have a Monopoly where Tamworth was on it. Like they made a New South Wales one, and you land on Tamworth and you can buy Tamworth or something.
Yes.
But now they've actually brought out a Tamworth one. Yeah.
So does that mean there's
Tamworth
is one
themed.
for Orange and Barraba? And
I don't know.
how big do you have to be to get on the Monopoly board?
Yeah, I don't know. But do you think people in like Spain are going, "Oh, I want that one, the Tamworth one"? Yeah.
Yeah,
I want that one.
Where is it? Where else is it going to sell but Tamworth? In Japan. I would love Tamworth.
All right, I've got some photos, but nothing clear enough to see what's on there. So if you've played it, write us in.
Is it actually out?
Yeah.
You can actually buy
That
it.
looks at it.
Check how much
Yeah.
it is.
Tamworth Monopoly shopping, $60.
$60.
$60.
How much is normal Monopoly?
$25.
$25. So for an extra $35.
Yeah, Perth edition. They have a Perth one.
Yeah.
They have a Rick and Morty one, mate.
Rick
You
and
love
Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Get a Rick-
Monopoly, separating families since 1901.
Is that what it says?
No,
Oh.
that's just something.
That's just-
Like, name one time you've
Yeah.
played Monopoly and it hasn't ended up in a
I
fight.
cannot stand Monopoly, actually, now we're thinking about it. It's the worst game ever. You just go around in circles and buy shit. There's always one person with 43 hotels on one space, and then you're like dreading it, and then you land on it, and they're like, pay up, bitch. And you're like, oh. And then you like try and sneak. Who hasn't cheated at Monopoly, though? You just like sneak the plastic Monopoly money from the side. It's so iconic, though. That's got to be the most iconic board game. What's a bigger board game than
Yeah.
Monopoly? Snakes and Ladders, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
Card game, Uno,
yeah, but
Uno,
that's a
Uno.
card game.
Card game. Yeah.
Nothing's bigger than Monopoly.
Yeah.
Moo Polly.
So I don't know. Mate, it's been a while since I've got some Tim Bailey snaps.
Really?
And what is that even about? What is your obsession with the weatherman?
I hope Tim Bailey's on the Monopoly board, mate. Tim Bailey better be on there. So Tim Bailey is a local weatherman he's from, I don't even know if he's from Tamworth, but he's definitely from that area. I think he was actually born on the Central Coast or somewhere, and he got probably demoted down to Tamworth. But basically, Tim Bailey, my hero, is the best weatherman there has ever been. If you grew up around the Tamworth region, you know who Tim Bailey is. You've seen him on the news, drips and drops across rooftops. He's the short, very, very short, orange, Oompa Loompa man that reads out the weather. But when I started working at a certain job, I didn't even know how it started. But there was a guy there that we always just joked around about Tim Bailey. We just made fun of him, I guess. And we were just joking around about Tim Bailey and stuff. And it just got more and more and more. We actually seen him once at like the RSL and stuff. But basically, this joke just kept going further and further and further. And then when I left that job, they actually gave me a framed photo of Tim Bailey on there as a going away. It's still on my desk today. I love Tim Bailey. It's still on there today. But I also had, I started a Facebook fan club for Tim Bailey as well. Well, no one's joined that. And I even made a website dedicated to Tim Bailey once as well.
So it's a bit of an obsession by the sounds of it.
But have
you ever wrote him a letter or messaged him?
I did, actually. I've wrote him an email before, but he never wrote back to me. I think if he ever found out who I was, he would not be the biggest fan. Because we did take the piss out of him, but I liked him enough.
Have you ever seen the Eminem film clip of Stan?
Yeah, that's it.
So basically, you're gonna.
Dear Tim,
he finally replies,
"You still ain't wrote me back." No, I hit him up a few times.
He replies the day you kill yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on my suicide note.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever asked you. I just thought.
I can't even remember. If you know me long enough, you know I love Tim Bailey. And I've got photos of him all around my desk because it also became an inside joke at my new work as well with another guy whose name was Tim, who was a good friend of mine at work. And then I just started talking about Tim Bailey all the time. And he didn't even know who he was because he grew up in Brisbane. But he would Photoshop my face on Tim Bailey. There's a classic photo of Tim Bailey holding up his thumbs at the beach with his huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle traps on him, looking all swole as AF, and Photoshop my face on that. It's a good story, but I love a good Tim Bailey story. If you've ever met him,
so what happens?
I want to hear that story.
What happens when people walk past your desk and just see all these photos of a weatherman?
So,
do they ask questions, or the ones that don't know who like? Oh, it must be Alex's dad or something.
Somebody has recognized him before, and they're like, "Oh, is that weather guy? Yeah, how do you know him?" It's like, "Oh, I got family from there." But most people ask me who that is, and I either say he's my life partner, or I've said he's my dad before and just gone full on with it. And they're like, "Oh, who's that guy on your desk?" I was like, "Oh, that's my dad." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Why do you have a picture of your dad on your desk?" I was like, "Oh, he's a really good guy. You know, he's really good at predicting the weather. He comes up with catchy slogans, you know. Even though he's really short and orange, you know, I turned out really wide and tall, you know. So I really love my dad, Tim Bailey." No, okay. And that's just, and never mentioned it again.
Have you seen the IT guy?
Yes.
It's so weird.
Have you seen his dad?
I just hope one night they're just sitting at home watching Channel 10 and he does a special, appearance on the Brisbane or the Queensland one. And they're like,
my favourite video. I don't even know if you've seen it, but if you just type in Tim Bailey into YouTube, one of them is like he gets swarmed by kids or people, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me," and he has to put on his mean voice, but it's so funny. I've got to put some audio into that. It's hilarious. Just type in Tim Bailey into YouTube.
Tim Bailey, who has some very musical friends joining him this evening.
Oh, isn't it lovely to come back to work after a holiday and work with some of your favourite guests on this weather segment? They're about to take off, not just through New South Wales, and excuse me, can someone please?
Some problems, obviously, with Tim Bailey there with the weather. We'll try and move forward with...
But they did a tribute to him a little while ago as some big hero. He just reads the weather out. Like, what is...
But there's always that, because Grant Denyer was on Channel 7, and I always found that there was like competition between the two white short guys.
Mate, he loves his ice. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Old Denyer. He's a party boy.
Come on.
I think he likes to party, old Grant Denyer. Allegedly.
Likes to party? Yeah, look, I could see that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, mate. I'd love to party with you, Grant. Grant Denyer, if you're listening, hit me up, mate. We'll get on the fruit beer.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm just looking for this video. I'm going to watch this after the podcast. I'm really excited
So
about it.
Tim Bailey better be on the Tamworth Monopoly board.
He's from Sydney, right? He just comes to
Yeah.
Tamworth because he was the sponsor of the Diggers Club.
That's it.
So they kept having him like all the time. I'd be at the airport and he's just getting off the plane, like,
Yeah.
and just goes and people hand him his bag
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
does it so frequently. He just hands his bag. He's just into a car and off to Diggers for dinner and
Yeah.
then back on the plane and
Yeah.
back to Sydney,
I
or
don't
he'd stay the
know, I
night.
don't know. But any more information?
He was much
Yeah,
shorter in
he's
real
much
life.
shorter. I love Tim Bailey. If you're listening, mate, I love you, Tim Bailey. I guarantee this is the first time you've ever been mentioned on the podcast too.
What's he up to now?
Oh, mate. Oh, I Googled him a little while ago and I think he was doing aircon repair or something. Or it might have been a family business. I think he's fall from grace. He was promoting some Bailey air conditioning and refrigeration mechanic. So either it was him or his brother or cousin or something. But I don't know how much Channel 10 pay to read out the weather, but it's probably not much.
Did he retire or did you just kidnap him and put him in your basement?
I can no longer continue this conversation.
Allegedly. Also, the background is blending in with the microphone. So every time you go to the microphone to talk, it looks like you're deep throating my nose. Or my lips. It looks like you're making out with me, mate.
Shout out to Tim Bailey. Drips
Timmy.
and drops across.
Shout out
Drips
to
and
Tim
drops
Bailey.
across. Was it? Drips and drops across rooftops. I wonder if he came up with that or he stole it from somewhere.
I reckon you tag him and you tag Vodka Cruiser in this.
Yeah. Who's more likely to reply, Tim Bailey or Vodka Cruiser?
Yeah. Probably
Grant-
Grant.
yeah,
Denyer
Grant will-
after-
Grant, hit me up. Let's party.
I'll pay big money to see a boxing match between them.
Tim Bailey versus Grant Denyer. Who would you? I'd put money on Grant Denyer.
That's the match. I don't know. Tim Bailey's got some
He does have
shoulders
some
on
big
him.
Traps. But Grant Denyer looks like a
Yeah.
wild cowboy. I'd go Grant Denyer probably.
Not even your
sorry,
hero,
Timmy.
Tim
You're
Bailey.
getting a bit old now, mate.
You'd go in there and be like, there, Timmy. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. I got you. Who are
If
you?
you've ever met Tim Bailey, please let me know. I want to hear all about it. The myth, the man, the legend. And if you're going to buy Tamworth Monopoly, tell me what's on it. Because if Tim Bailey's not on Tamworth Monopoly, they better have one for Coxie. If they do not have Coxie in the Tamworth Monopoly, I'm burning all copies. So if everyone that doesn't know, Coxie was a homeless man that lived down Peel Street, the main street of Tamworth, for forever, seemingly our whole life. He was always there, right? Good old Coxie.
Yeah, have a
Have
nap
a
on the bench.
Yeah, quick nap on the bench. Spill some custard all over it. That's what I didn't like. Everyone talked about him like he was a hero. He wasn't a hero, mate. Like, I get that. So it's weird. There are a couple of homeless people in Tamworth. I don't know if they're still there anymore. But people be like, oh, don't give them money. Just buy them food. So people would buy, I've seen this every day because I worked in Peel Street. People would buy Coxie a custard, or a milk, right? And like a pastry from the local bakery. He would half drink it and then spill it all over the bench and like all over the thing. Like, mate, you're getting free food. At least don't spill it everywhere. You're not a hero. And then when he died, people wanted to build a Coxie statue. I swear to God, they wanted to build a statue for a homeless guy. I'm not like... Help him, give him the help he needs, provide for him, whatever you need to do. But he wasn't a hero. He just didn't have a home. Get over it. But there was so many myths around that guy. What about, they were like, oh, he got really rich back in the day and then his brother stole it all from him. There was so many rumors about his family. Who even knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine it's Tamworth's kind of like a giant game of Chinese whispers, isn't it?
I'm sure something happened
By
with
the time
his family because if you're homeless, you've got issues with your family because no one's there to provide for you. So I'm sure something did happen, but who knows what. Do you know what happened to him? Do you know anything about Coxie?
No, I heard thousands of stories. I don't know
Let's
which is true.
spread the rumours.
I also didn't spread the rumor. I just didn't care enough. Like it was his choice.
Look, I'm all for helping homeless. Of course, help them, but they do need mental health help. Mental health help. That's the thing. Homelessness, some people say it's a choice. Some people don't say it's not a choice. Whatever it is, they do need help. They need mental help. It's not just the fact that it's too expensive to afford rent, which sometimes it can be. And sometimes their family, they just don't have any contact with the family, whatever. Just get them the help they need mentally and get them help.
Yeah.
But this guy wasn't a fucking hero. Don't build a statue of him in the main street just because he slept there every day.
Yeah. Don't buy him a custard. Get him an appointment with a psychologist. I think that's It's like that old saying, you know, give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish. Give a man a custard. On a bench. Eats for a day. Teach a man how to make custard and he'll eat forever.
Mate, I think that's our closing motivational quote.
There you go.
What an episode, mate.
I think we need psychologists after
what
this
a wild
episode.
ride.
It was pretty dark, wasn't it? It's like Harry Potter 7.
Great. Thanks for listening, guys. Follow us on YouTube and Spotify, and stay tuned for our website as well. And hit us up on all our socials and top that motivational quote. And Tim Bailey, if you're listening, I really do like you. I'm not having a go at you. And Grant Daniel, I like you too. Hit me up. We'll party.
Yeah. Sam Max for a time.
And as always,
never try to fix your mate Slinky.
Some problems obviously with Tim Bailey there.